What's up, Cave Dwellers? I'm Gabe, the Flash.
I'm doing. I'm tired.
I'm Brandon, and nowhere in your incoherent rambling is anything that can be considered a rational thought. We are all now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right.
I don't. What?
Mumble. Just mumble.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into this week's episode, we might as well thank the sponsor real quick, and that is RPG, rpghiring.com. Make sure you check them out if you're looking for a new career. Woo! What a good sponsor. They let us do all the nonsense that we do here right now. Brandon, since Gabe is literally staring off into space right now, what are we talking about today?
Guess what? We're doing an interview with BreakingNate.
That's right, we are. We interviewed BreakingNate as well as Gary King Pokemon at the at the Collecticon, aka PokeCon. So, as you can imagine, they're all Pokemon themed people and whatnot.
And whatnot.
And whatnot.
And whatnot.
And whatnot. I saw a man in a Pokemon onesie.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
It was a man. So, anyways, we are interviewing BreakingNate today. He's an awesome dude. We got to sit down and talk with him. I think it was actually Chris.
Chris.
Chris got to sit down and talk with him, and we are going to show it to you now.
I knew that I had to talk to you, though, because when we were trying to give away our cars to get new subscribers yesterday, this little boy, he runs in as fast as he could to me, like takes off and leaves his dad, you know. And when he gets to me, he's like, "Do you know where BreakingNate is? Do you know where BreakingNate is?" And I'm like, as a matter of fact, I do. He's right over there. And the little boy was gone. His dad was like, "Thanks." And he's like trying to catch up to him. I was like, I've got to go find out who this is, talk to this guy, because if they can make a kid that happy to see him, then we need to bring, because I'm sure that I've got viewers that's got kids that are into Pokemon that might not know who you are.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, it's such an honor to be able to meet people, come here and meet people, and you know, people are excited to meet me. I'm just as excited to meet them. You know,
Right.
when they came up to the stage and to the table, I'm just as excited to meet them because I finally get to meet people of the community that's watching the videos and for the first time and just see their expressions and just how happy they are. I'm just as happy to meet everybody else. So
yeah, it's a thrill when you go to a con and then somebody comes in, they're like, "Oh, I watch you all the time," and we're like, "Oh, what's your name?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm Mr. Fluffy Kitty on YouTube, but my real name's Brandon." You're like, "Oh, what's up? You comment on every video, you know?"
That's the thing. It's like you know everybody by their username.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Which is
It's
funny.
good to put a face to it.
Yeah, and when people come by, you know, they'll say, you know, "Oh, I'm so and so." They comment on your video. I go, "I know exactly who you are. I see your
Right.
comments all the time." So it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
And after you were done, you couldn't even walk out because there were still people bringing you things, like super excited to see you, and they were like, is he done? They're asking me. I guess they thought I was security, and I'm like, no, he's not. Like, he's not telling anybody no. Like, this guy is.
Oh no, I stayed here yesterday because it's Sunday right now as we're filming this, and Saturday, the first day, you know, we did 2 hours, and then we did a break, and then we did 2 more hours, and then it was over, but then the con was still going on for another 2 hours after that. And I went down into and kind of into the vendor hall area and started my own impromptu meet and greet out of nowhere, and just started signing cards, doing pack battles with people. That's what I loved. I got to do pack battles with people.
Right.
And just just sit there and talk to people and hear their stories.
Right.
So
I wish I'd have got to see more of that going on, honestly, because myself, I don't play. You know what I mean? But like to see people get into it and do pack battles, like that's
fun right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's a moment you get to share with somebody, and that's a moment that, you know, that I won't forget and that they won't hopefully forget either, you know, that we get to sit down for however long and just open up packs.
Yeah,
and
I was
just
kind
talk
of
Pokemon.
I was like bummed a little when I found out they changed the name to Collecticon, because I thought that meant that there wasn't gonna be as much Pokemon stuff going on. You know what I mean? I was a little afraid of that, and luckily it is.
Well, I mean, I think Collecticon's a great name because it really expands the collectible.
Oh, and
You know what I mean? So it shows that everybody in any collector community is welcome here. You know what I mean? And I think that's great. I think that was a good decision to have that name be Collecticon, because now you can come here, you can buy action figures, you can buy Star Wars, Star Trek, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever it is you're into, you can come to Collecticon and pick it up.
And it's set up nicely.
Right?
Plenty of space. Everybody's got very nice booths. What was did you find an item out here that you were like crazy about that you're going to have to go back and get after we get done?
So when I'm looking at it right now.
Oh Lord.
It's that Pikachu on it's like a statue Pikachu right over there.
Okay.
I saw it when they were setting up on Friday, and I was like, oh no, like I have to have that, because it's one of my holy grails that I've always wanted. So I'm going to try to avoid it as much as possible.
You seen that, the big old pop we have over here on this table?
Oh, the Pikachu one?
Yeah, the big pop.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna give that away to somebody that met us here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I got to try to stop with the Funko Pops. It's too much for me at this point. Like there's so many of them and they take up so much room. Like I got to slow down.
Listen, Gabe's the host, right? He's 16 years old. We have a video on there where it's a tour of the cave.
Yeah.
Okay, you have got to go watch that, because it's his room in his house is what it is. But it is completely covered from ceiling to floor with collectible stuff. He's got like every single pop you can imagine.
Wow, I can only imagine how much room that takes up.
It's a big room.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. Those pops aren't small.
It brought a tear to my eye the first time I saw the room, because I was like, this is heaven for a kid. You know what I mean? It was beautiful. Is there any kind of shout out you would like to do for your social media to tell people how to find you and stuff like that?
You can find me YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media platform it is. You can just check out RealBreakingNate.
Okay.
We also host a weekly Pokemon podcast called the Shadowless Podcast. It's on iTunes and Spotify.
Okay.
Every single Wednesday, I host that with my two amazing friends, Jordan Fringe and Super Duper Danny, who are also content creators. So just check that out. And most importantly, a shout out to the Pokemon community for being as awesome as it is, and for all the collectors, all the competitive players out there, and all the people that just love Pokemon in general. That's what's important right there, because it's the community that makes this what it is today.
It is, and in the spirit of giving, when you get done with me, when I go to talk to Gary next, if you'll step over there and you'll talk to Marty. Marty is going to, we're going to try to figure out a thing to where when you share to your people that follow you, if they come over here and say that, hey, we came from Nate, we're going to try to put something together like a loot box or something like that for those kind of people when they come over here, because we have loot boxes and we do stuff like that.
Oh, perfect.
We like to do artist cards and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you coming out and
I
spending a little
appreciate
time.
you letting me be a part of it.
And we got a Gabe's Cave t-shirt for you. I know we can get one. Look, he's got you a bag ready.
All right, a swag bag, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Awesome. I got the king sitting beside me right now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Hope you enjoyed that interview with Breaking Nate. What'd you think about it?
He says it's fantastic.
Yes, he looks happy. Like he saw his aura or whatever, he saw it.
Makes me want to break some packs open myself. What about you, Brandon?
I would love to.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
How about 20 more packs? And you guys get to see that next week. Wow. Not this week. So we can't make the episode too long, even though it's already a little long. But so next week, just have to stick around. We're going to jump right into part 2 of next week, which is the 20 packs. So make sure you stick around with that. But the interview was awesome. He was an awesome guy. He stuck around. He shook all of our hands, talked to us for a minute. I wish we had some more time. Maybe he'll be at the next one. I think he's supposed to be at the next one.
He might be. I know King Pokemon's coming back, Gary.
Yeah.
And I know from what I've heard, a variety of different YouTubers are also coming. So
maybe we can get some interviews with some other YouTubers as well as the ones we did. I'm sure they would love to come on for a second go around. Which, by the way, if anybody is interested in Collecticon or PokeCon, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. They are having a second one, or I guess it's a second one.
Yeah,
They're having another
one.
one.
A second one.
Yeah,
Yes.
June 26th through the 27th. That is the dates as of right now. That is in Dallas.
Very well could change.
I believe that's right? It's in Dallas. Yeah, it's in Dallas.
Dallas.
I had to make sure there.
Tejas.
It was a good con. It was kind of cool because the con was very small for the first one. We were not expecting that many people to be there, but it ended up being completely swamped. There was a ton of people there. Met a lot of new people. I mean, there was not very many vendors, but there was a bunch of. It was slam packed for.
People were ready to get to a con.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like, it took me a minute to go. Our booth was right by the door, and right across from outside the door was the bathroom. It took me a minute to get out of our booth and zigzag in between all the people to get to the bathroom.
I mean, there was like 400 people waiting in line. So if you're looking for a pretty cool con that's Pokemon themed, or I'm sure the next one will be lots of other things because it's now Collect-A-Con and not necessarily Pokecon.
And I think it'll get so big that you will have to probably invest in a Stadium Pal just to go to this thing.
A Stadium what?
A Stadium Pal.
What is that?
It's a bag that stays hidden on your person that you can pee in.
Oh.
So you don't have to go to the bathroom.
The more you know.
Look it up, Stadium Pal.
The more you know. For those that didn't know, like Gabe and I, that's new to me.
I'm wearing one right now.
Wow.
Okay.
On to other news. Back to you, Gabe.
As for the giveaway from last week, if you watched the video, you would know that we don't actually have a giveaway, so we're not doing any random.org videos on this episode. Last week the website went live, so we're excited to have a new website with merch. So if you haven't checked it out, the link will be in the description. You can check out the new website if you want to buy a t-shirt or whatever you can. It's there. So on to this week's Meet the Artist, and he is none other than Jay Manchand. He's awesome, fantastic work here, and you can meet the artist now.
Hey everybody, welcome to this segment of Meet the Artist. This is Uncle Nasty. I have this amazing artist with me, Jay Manchand. How you doing, brother?
Hey everyone.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Very good. Yeah. It's 10 p.m. here in the UK.
10 p.m. already?
It is, yeah.
Man, it's past my bedtime.
Me too.
Well, I try not to keep you up, but this is something that the cave dwellers are going to want to see, man. Is this the first time you ever done anything like this?
I've done a couple of live interviews. I've done a live painting with a collector group on Facebook, but yeah, I'm quite new to the interviewing side of things.
All right, well, maybe this won't be the last time we have you. Maybe it'll be the first. Man, I've been looking through your cards here, man, and you're going to have to tell us as we go through, we lay them down, you're going to have to tell us what your thought process is, why you picked that character, and what mediums you use. What was the, what did you use, whether it was colored pencil, Copic markers, acrylic, whatever it was that you used to do it. Try to give us a little background on everything that it took to do the cards. The first one I'm going to lay down here is from Lord of the Rings. That's Schmeagol, right? The Precious. Tell us a little bit about that card.
Okay,
man.
so that one is actually a third piece of a puzzle that I did with two of your other artists, Ashley Marsh and Candice Daly.
Okay.
So if you line up the three cards, they show the scene of when Frodo, Sam, and Gollum are all looking out on the Oliphants, I believe.
So our viewers, what they need to try to do is they need to try to get all three of these cards.
They got to track all three down, yeah.
Yeah, man. So y'all heard that. That's cool, man. That's cool. Okay. And here we got a Star Wars card. And that is a pork.
That is, yeah.
And what made you choose this guy?
Well, huge Star Wars fan, as you can probably see from just kind of like aliens and the weird creature and the Porgs were at the time very, very popular. Obviously, very marketable by Disney, and it got me. They're cute. I like them. Couldn't help it.
Yeah, the eyes are so sad. Are you there, brother?
Sorry, it's just frozen a little.
Okay. Are you back now?
Yes. Back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, those eyes are really sad looking. Next, we got a Power Ranger, but not just any Power Ranger, the Pink Ranger. Now, why the Pink Ranger?
When I grew up, for some reason, my older brother whenever we played Power Rangers, I was never allowed to be the Red Ranger, which was the one I always wanted to be. So I had to be the Pink Ranger. So I've got strange and kind of fond memories of being the Pink Ranger as a kid. Always my favorite.
Man, you could have fought to try to be the Green Ranger, you know.
Older brothers for you. They
Yeah,
the
man.
rules.
I was the oldest brother, so you know I got to be all the cool characters.
Oh, see, I never got that. Never had that.
Here we've got the creature from the Black Lagoon. Tell us a little bit about the creature.
That one is a bit of a joke between me and a friend that whenever I take a selfie or pull a silly face, they always say I look like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Obviously, iconic horror film character. And with the Gabe's Cave, it was nice to be able to kind of explore different things throughout different franchises that kind of just stuff that I grew up with, stuff that was important to me as a kid, or something that I've got a fond memory attached to.
So it's not normal for you to get a bunch of cards and say, hey, look, you do whatever you want to do. That doesn't happen too often.
Really. With the license companies, they usually set a brief. Yeah, they're not always completely like strict with what you've got to do on them. Various Star Wars sets, they kind of give you a bit of a broad stroke of you can do whatever you want from the films within reason. But there's not many sets where you can literally do anything from any franchise. So that was a good opportunity to just try out stuff I've never really done before.
Well, so far so good. What did you use to do these cards up here on the top row?
So I used Liquitex acrylic gouache. It's these, if you can see it.
I can now. Yep.
And then for highlights and for different layers, I use Liquitex ink.
Well, it definitely makes it pop.
Things like the Porg, where you can see little hair, and they were done with the ink.
Yeah, you can see the little hairs. You can. Here we've got E.T. That's an iconic character right there.
There you go. No other reason than that was a film I grew up with. Another classic.
Yeah, man. I grew up on E.T. I probably watched it 2 or 3 times a week when I was a kid. Here we've got us a good old alien. That's a sick one right there too.
Yeah. The Alien prequels, they get a lot of stick, but I love them. I thought they were brilliant. I loved the introduction of the Deacon, that character. It was just a minor scene at the end, and it was awesome. Never managed to track down the action figure for it.
Never managed to track down the action figure. Y'all hear that, Cave Dwellers? He's looking for the action figure. I think I might have froze up again. Give him just a second.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, all good.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, we can hear you now. Look, they brought me. We're gonna interrupt this little process. They brought me the other 2 cards.
I was told, actually interviewed Candace earlier, and I was told that you guys haven't seen them yet. So there you go. She froze
It
again.
looks amazing. It's so good together.
Yeah, they do look good together. So there you are, Cave Dwellers. There's the whole set that you've got to get if you want that whole scene.
And I love that you can just tell all of our different individual styles.
Yep. Okay, so here we've got 2 gremlins, and we've got Spike and Daffy.
Yeah, Daffy was always my favorite gremlin when I was a kid watching movies. He just ridiculous, crazy. I think there's a scene where he jumps out of a pot that's cooking like noodles and spaghetti and things.
Yeah.
Always remember that.
Yeah, he was always getting into trouble.
Yeah.
And here we've got one of my favorite baddies from any new modern TV show, from Stranger Things. My girl's gonna freak out when
the
she sees that
Demogorgon.
card. Yeah. Man, the texture inside. I know the people in the camera, they're not gonna see it, but whoever wins this card, they're gonna be able to see the texture that you put inside around where the mouth tissue would be. That's a good job on that.
Again, with the inks, I was using them to sort of layer up and to add the little highlights and lowlights.
Alrighty, brother. Well, here we got an Ewok. Another classic character everybody knows of.
Yeah, I think with the Star Wars cards I chose for this set, there's definitely a theme of the kind of cute money makers.
Yeah, the money makers. The faces.
Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah. Yeah, Darren wanted me to be sure that I had a specific name for the Ewok.
Yeah, Wicket W. Warwick, I think his full name is.
Yep.
Showing my nerd skills there.
Here we've got Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What made you want to do Buffy?
That is my all-time favorite TV series. I think I started watching it when I was about 12, 13. And it was just awesome. I grew up with it. Grew up with the show, and it was, actually started rewatching it the other day because they've just put it onto Disney Plus, and it's like a blast from the past. I love the nostalgia of it.
That's right. Yeah, my mama actually watched that. I always thought it was funny because she didn't really like any of the new style TV shows, anything, but she loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. Such a popular show.
And here's the Mother of Dragons. So these Game of Thrones fans, they've got a card here. Tell us about Khaleesi. Why her?
Game of Thrones, one of my favorite TV series, until season 7, which I think a lot of people probably share that opinion. But you can't deny that whether you like Daenerys or not, she looked awesome in the end when she was blowing the place up.
Oh yeah, it's like they told this amazing story and they built this great place, and then it was like, all right, well, we just got to hurry up and finish it now.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. I don't think I'll ever get
No.
how not the TV.
And here we've got a little baby version of the alien, where it looks like it just busted out of somebody's chest.
Yeah, it's the chest burster from the first Alien, I think. So I think that's when you first see it.
Yep, comes out looking right at their face.
Yeah.
I was a kid, when that first came out, so I watched it like when it was brand new, it freaked me out so bad. Like I'd get a mosquito in my mouth or something, and I would have nightmares that it was gonna come out of my chest.
Because I can imagine now something like that is probably considered quite tame and probably isn't quite as scary as a lot of the horror films that are out now. But in its time, that was horrifying. They just hadn't done anything like it.
Right? Yeah, it was. It was horrifying. And you gave me a history lesson a while ago, and I asked you, and I'm gonna let them know so they know how funny it is. But I asked you, was this something from Monsters Inc? And you said absolutely not. And what is this?
That is a beholder from Dungeons and Dragons.
From Dungeons and Dragons, and I had never played Dungeons and Dragons, so I had no idea. But he looks like he could be from Doom, the video game Doom.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah. But so, hey, all you Cave Maniacs out there, if y'all play Dungeons and Dragons or still do, here's a card for you guys. We like to try to have something for everybody, and he brought y'all something right here. And this one right here, I'll save this one for last. This is kind of like what I do. I like try to save like my personal little favorite or something like that for last sometimes. And it's Michael Myers.
Yes.
That he's way better than Jason.
A million times better.
A million times better than Jason. Jason's weak sauce.
Yeah, the reason for Michael Myers was that was the first horror film I ever watched, and I must have had nightmares about Michael Myers probably for about 3 years after that.
Just a slow walking, knife wielding,
Yeah.
mask wearing. It's just terrifying.
Just a door open with with his silhouette, and that's enough.
That was it. That was all you needed for nightmares for a week.
Exactly.
Man, what you told us kind of like what you use and everything, and I know we've got examples of stuff that you have that are going to either be for sale or things that have already been claimed behind you. But do you have any projects that you're working on right now that you could share and maybe people know what to look forward to?
So with a lot of the license companies like Tops and yeah, can't anything until obviously released. So I've got set for Rittenhouse. We're not even allowed to say what it's popular. And I'm currently working on a.
Oh, you froze up just a second. You might have to repeat what you were working on last.
A top set for Star Wars.
Okay. Do you have any dream projects? Anything that if you could get a gig being an artist on that, it would just blow your mind? What would that be?
Well, I've always kind of seen myself as more of a fine art background. I did fine art at degree level, so it's always been more about producing fine art, kind of like this, so larger pieces, and just to have Lucasfilm attached to my name in that way. There's some fine art distributors out there like Bottleneck Gallery and Acme Archives, and I'd love to do work for them.
All right, brother, that sounds amazing. Do you listen to any kind of music or anything while you do this? Are you a metalhead?
My music taste ranges from hardcore Marilyn Manson to any soundtrack. That's usually what I listen while I'm working. And then I like Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. You went from Manson to Taylor Swift.
Yep.
You are the entire
My iTunes
yin
library is terrifying.
and yang. Well, look, brother, I appreciate you coming out and hanging with us. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us and to let our viewers get to see your face and get to learn a little bit more about you and maybe understand why it is that you picked the people that you did. And if they wanted to get in contact with you or maybe follow you on social media, what would be the best place to do that? Facebook, Instagram, anything like that?
Facebook is just Jay Manchand Art, and Instagram is at Jay Manchand Art.
Thank you, brother,
Awesome.
so much. And this won't be the last time you get to talk to me, hopefully. I hope you good luck and many profits in all your endeavors, and maybe you'll get those big fine art pieces for LucasArts like what you want.
Thank you ever so much. Thanks, it's been a pleasure.
We sure hope you liked the interview with Jay. I really liked meeting him myself. Fantastic. What a great artist. That's all I can say. We had a good talk before we got started with the interview. If you saw the Jango Fett, the Boba Fett, not Jango Fett, the Boba Fett artwork behind, I tried to buy that. Couldn't buy it. Can't. It's a little more than I can afford right now. But awesome interview. Lovely cards. I don't even know what else to say about them. They're lovely cards. I will say this right here as the Smeagol. This is actually a 3-part card from 2 different artists, so it's kind of a mashup. You have Candace Daly and Ashley Marsh are the other 2 in the set here. So I'll put that back. I think it's Ashley Marsh. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it's Ashley Marsh. I don't have them on hand right now. We actually... I don't remember if someone got the Candace card or not, but if you won the Candace card, make sure that you win this one as well so you can have the triple set. Make sure you win it. Make sure you enter to win it. Fantastic pieces. The Demigorgon is really cool. Just recently watched that series. I'm not into the sequels, but the Porg is really cool. The triple set's cool. Brandon loves whatever her name is, Khaleesi. I cannot remember for the life of me. And Wicket's even cool. Make sure that you click the link in the description below. The first link that should be there, that is how you enter to win. Fill out the small form. We'll get it mailed out to you as soon as we as soon as we run the random.org for the winners, and we'll post it up in the video. But by the time it's in the video, it should already be mailed out to you. So super simple. Make sure you click the link. Fill out all the boxes. Good to go, and that's how you get entered to win one of these awesome cards. Other than that, thank you again, sponsors. RPGhiring.com. Fantastic people. Make sure you check them out. And we have a web store. If you didn't hear me say it a few minutes ago, check out the web store. And I'm not Gabe, and I don't know how to wrap up a video. So, bye.